Yo, yo. Do, 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 do.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to another episode of Godzilla podcast, and that was my broadcasting voice that I have never cracked out on this show. But first and foremost, as per usual, we'd like to kick it off by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land and pay respects to elders past, present, and future. And speaking of which, happy NAIDOC week. Cheer! Right? Am I right? Yes. Thank you. Man, I wish it was like last year. It was a bit more celebratory. We can go out and get stuff done, you know what I mean? Hang with the homies, you know, see some dope shows, shit like that. But unfortunately not this week. But it's sick. There's a lot of online content and stuff like that, guys, so get your head around it. It's not a one-man show. Big shout out to Open Source, Esky, Ricky, love you boys. Molotov, he just walked out to do some shit. So big ups to him on the animations. Split Atoms on the beats for us to have that. It's dope as fuck to be sober. And last but not least, I have to say, Esky, do you know Neho, like Rich, the busker?
From where?
Oh, bro, he's all over the place. He used to like busk in Central Tunnel, but now he's busking at Para. Māori guy, he's got like long hair and stuff.
Right.
You know who it is? Man. Oh shit, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Huh? Guitarist. Neho, yeah, fuck, bro. Hectic guitarist. I think it might have been, yeah. But, man, big shout out to him, man. I saw him on the live today, and he's going through some shit, so I'm thinking about you, bro. But, fuck, you were crazy on the guitar today. I could feel you, man. Fucking fully had a tear with you, eh? I was sitting in the car, and this guy was playing, and I could literally feel him through the music. It was crazy. Yeah. So I got to give you a shout out to Neho, man. Like, fucking thinking of you, bro. But, man of the hour, yo, the one, the only, Danté Knows.
How you
What's
feeling,
up?
my brother?
Bro, I'm fucking good. How are you?
I'm all good, man. Busy and loving it.
Yeah. Bro, especially like at this time when it's like so many people are forced to not be busy.
Yeah, I'm grateful. I'm 100% grateful for it. Just cause, like, you know what I mean? Like we could be doing something that we really don't want to be doing, kind of thing right now. But like, instead we sitting out here and we diving into the arts. You know what I mean?
100%. So, you know, definitely blessed, man. But man, it was good opportunity to get someone on that's, you know, in the scene at the minute. You know, I've obviously, you know, known you for a little, not crazy long, but a little while now. We've come across each other over the last year or so.
Yeah,
properly.
a little bit over a year.
Yeah. And it's dope to see someone so involved, you know, coming over here and you know, making their mark. And man, you've been getting down with a few people that I definitely want to talk about a little bit later.
Yeah, 100.
But first, for the people that do not know, and I know the answer to this, but it has to come from you. So
yeah,
where are you from? Because it's not Toon Gabby, I'll tell you that much. But where are you from? Where you repping?
Well, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York City.
Yep.
But family, like background wise, my dad is Jamaican and my mom is Guyanese, which is in South America, but like West Indian culture, so like Trinidadian culture kind of thing, you know. So yeah, that's like a little background on me from where I'm from. But like right now, while I'm in Sydney, I am representing the West right now. I'm representing the 4-7s, the 4-8s. You know what I mean?
100%. I definitely know about that. I didn't actually realize how close I was only around the corner. You know where the shop? You know where the Layla Park shops are?
Yeah.
So I was like close to that. I used to live like, when I was in Layla for that little bit.
Technically like the borderline of Layla Park.
But you're 7 Hills,
Yeah.
So yeah, you're like right on the border. You can be here or there.
Yeah, people always say, "Oh yeah, you're right behind Layla Park," and I'm just like, "Yeah, who's Layla?" Like, I don't even know. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I only figured that out probably like a month ago, honestly.
Oh,
After
yeah,
being
true.
here for a year, yeah.
Wait, have you? Yeah, you've always been staying there. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. All right. Sorry for everyone that's you know, watching by the camera. From when I'm talking over here, I'm talking to Bianca.
My love.
Yep.
My squeeze.
Yeah, his main squeeze. I'll tell. He's at. We got to get her a mic. Mic her up, Esky.
Yeah, mic up. Yeah.
Mic her up.
Let the people hear it.
But we'd like to give a bit of history as well for the music. You know, first. This is an interesting one as well because, you know, a lot of people grow up on their parents' music. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
hip hop generally, particularly because it's such a young genre, sort of injects itself a little bit later, you know, in life. Sometimes, you know, it's funny actually. I've been talking to some guys and it's actually been pretty early, you know.
Yeah.
But what about for you? Like, what was your first, like, and it could be anything, but like a hip hop experience where you heard hip hop and you're like, yo, this is crazy. Like, it's sort of like hooked you. You know what I mean?
I'll be 100% honest. I feel like I never really had that point.
True.
Just from growing up in Brooklyn, like that first day for me was probably the first day out the womb, if so, you know what I'm saying?
100%,
Or
yep.
probably that first day could have been in the womb, feeling that sub, you know what I mean, from the back of my dad's car kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I never really had that specific moment with hip hop in general, just because
Yep.
like it's always been
around.
around.
I mean, you're sort of like, you know, you're in New York. You know, it's like the Mecca.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, well, what was your earliest recollection? I think then of like maybe a track or something that was like real impactful. You know, like
From memory, I could say a song that was super impactful to me was Lil Wayne, A Milli.
true. I mean, that was impactful globally, though.
Yeah,
But that was a game changer.
Yeah, it was a big time game changer. And I would say before that is when I heard like Who Shot You by Biggie Smalls, I was just like blown away for some reason. Just like that song just did it for me.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Between that and like the freestyle him and Pac did.
Yeah.
I got 7 Mac 11s, about 8 28s, 9 9 10 Mac 10s, and shits never end. You know what I
100%.
mean?
Yeah, fucking oath. It's interesting to hear that perspective because, you know, like a lot of the guys, you know, particularly here, like hip hop is a later thing.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
Like from a culture standpoint, like we're really young.
Yeah, and that's what I love about here as well, too.
Yeah.
As crazy as it sounds, like I love that. I don't know. I kind of feel like, not even kind of, I feel like I am a part of just like a growing, just like hip hop growing, like just as a new plant, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just crazy to see that still goes on. Because like being in the States, you'd never know that there's places where hip hop isn't that, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because that's like the number one genre since I was born, like growing up.
You know
So
what's
it's
funny? What was crazy to me was like hip hop has always been here early,
Yeah.
as far as, you know, listenership goes. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But it was harder to get to. But I remember even in 04 when I was in the States and I talked to people,
Yeah.
I remember like meeting like Dilated and they were talking to me like I said, like I'll give you the perfect examples. Like I was talking to Babu and he was like, I go, oh bro, like Sound Bomber 2 was my shit, and he was like, oh, like you got that down there? Like we didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we didn't realize that it went all the way down there.
Yeah.
And people actually fucking walking around, you know, with copies and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's funny that like although you know it was sort of the main thing over there, it still wasn't, you know, over here. But yeah, you're definitely right. It's on its way up here, and it's cool to have, you know, people like yourself in the mix, but from a, how do I say
Different
this?
perspective.
Yeah, well,
State of mind.
I would say state of mind, just because I've been watching shit for so long. Do you know what I mean? Like, and seeing like people from the States come here and inject themselves here, and I'll talk a little bit more about this later about, you know, your style.
Yeah,
but,
100%.
you know, there's a certain way that people from the States carry themselves, because they are like they know like hip hop is our shit.
Yeah, 100%.
So then when they inject themselves into other hip hop scenes, it's still their shit almost. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Not for you particularly.
Yeah.
I'll touch on that a bit later, but
Yeah.
it's cool to have other people and other you know, hands on it. For yourself, though, what about as an artist in terms of what was the first time you started to, you know, get up in front of other people and, you know? kick raps as a
So
casual?
I could say so just history on writing. My brother Prophet is his artist name. He was rapping way before me. Like he was 10 years old, 8 years old. Like actually, like as soon as he learned how to write, he was writing his lyrics down, and he was like he's always been in that. You know what I'm saying? So he was my inspiration to like jumpstart my jumpstart my music career, because I was doing poetry before, but it was just like, you know what I mean, different vibe, spoken word kind of thing.
Vibe, yeah.
And then when I was around, I'd say 19, 20, I started taking it more seriously and just like put my first song out, and it went pretty good for for a first song. It went pretty good, and I had my first performance. I was so nervous and shit, and then I was just like,
where was it at though? What was the setting? Like a lot of people, like still will say to this day, I was like, yo, I was at fucking school in front of, do you know what I mean? Like they'll say I was in school in front of, just the teachers and the students, so people had to be there. What was your first experience?
my first experience was in a place in Canarsie in the Floss called Fish Eye Bar and Grill.
Dope.
But it's a very loungy vibe, like
Kickback.
Yeah, kickback, lounge,
Like people
bar,
sitting
club.
like
It's weird. Like so in New York, we got these lounges which are like right in the middle of a club and a bar.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It sounds like if you fuse the two, you got a lounge, like a professional bar in a way. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I mean it makes sense. It'd be crazy in terms of crowd dynamic to perform to.
Yeah, 100%.
Particularly if you got a certain style of music, it wouldn't necessarily go maybe in that bar.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, realistically, like, just I feel like most places in Brooklyn, like, you can go and perform hip hop, and people would just there'll always be people there to like appreciate it.
Yeah,
just
okay.
But it's more in the sense of
Because I'm just thinking in Australia, if there was a fucking lounge and you get up and spit some raps, they'll be like, what the fuck is this shit? Do you know what I mean?
Like throw the fork down on the palmy plate, like, what's going on here? Like,
yes, exactly. Like,
You know what
I
I'm
don't even pay for this shit.
yeah.
Fuck, who's this bastard? Anyway, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, 100%. But it was I don't know, it was a weird experience for me, but I loved it just because I feel like I leveled up my confidence that night, and I just always held it to me to just like I'd use it as fuel to keep myself going, kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And fast forward 5 years later, and here we are now.
5 years?
Yeah, 25. I'm 25, yeah.
I think it's just the way some people carry themselves, you know what I mean? Like you're mature.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? Because, definitely I wouldn't pick you for 20. Although, what could I say? Maybe you're one of those ageless people. Do you know when you see some people like, oh, look, you don't really look a age, you're just like sort of a person.
Personality,
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
kind of person.
maybe that's the vibe.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's mad, man. And yeah, it's sick that there was that confidence booster. After that, then what'd you do? Was it just like on from there, just fucking hit on up any different type of show? And
Not even. Like, we kind of build up a local buzz, because the song that I put out was a feature with my boys, Kevin. So Kev from The New, and Cash as well.
yeah.
Back then, and that was like the first thing I ever put out, and like we caught a little buzz, so we did like little interviews and like local stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Sick. Local stations.
Yeah, local stations.
Yep.
But after that, we had like probably like 2 performances max from that release, but I didn't know what to do promotion wise. I was just like literally just I was winging it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was scamming at the time, know what I'm saying? And like, I was just like, shit, like, how can I invest my bread to see some more out of this situation, kind of thing? And no one really had that answer for me. So it was more of a just, okay, now that I got a taste, let me sit back and let me learn the all different sides of this industry.
And the game.
And the game, yeah.
And it is really fucking a game, man, because sometimes I feel like you're going to be paying like chess.
Yeah,
with,
100%.
like even just with relationships and stuff like that, because something that looks like it might be clear cut, business wise,
Yeah, it's not
might
it.
not always
Yeah.
be it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's sick. So that were then your first sort of rap sort of homies as well, like and stuff like that.
100.
When did you then take to the next level, right? When did you sort of start to, churn out more and establish yourself more as an artist? Because you were kicking back, sort of watching the game and all that. So fast forward, when was your next release? How much later?
Fuck, like my next release. It's funny, I didn't even mention like that first release I did. That was straight SoundCloud, like that was.
Yeah, but that's
yeah,
a thing unto itself.
It was still a thing at that time. Yeah,
100%.
But after that, my next release didn't come till 2018. That's when after I did all my research and did all my building and just like recording for years and just mastering my sound. I released my first track I say it's my first track, my first single, you know what I'm saying, called Off This, and that was in 2018, and from there I just like fucking pushed the gas on music and just went crazy with him.
Hell yeah. All right, mad. All right, then fast forward only a little bit then.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, damn, like 2018 feels like yesterday.
Yeah, but it was actually like fucking
Was 2
almost
years ago.
3 years ago.
But then I think like if I've known you a little over a year, then that's actually not that far removed from that.
Exactly.
Okay, that's crazy.
So I spent a lot of time just building up my career. I started modeling and whatnot as well.
I was gonna get into that later, but I may as well touch on that. How'd you get into the modeling shit? Like, how did that swing, or did you know someone?
Yeah, I had a lot of friends and that were in the fashion industry, from designers to photographers and just like different roles. And I just was like, a lot of people were telling me like, you should start modeling, you should get into it. But like from the hood, I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna fucking model. Like, I don't want to do that. That's not me, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then someone had a talk with me one day, and they were like, yo, listen, man, if you think it's something that you'd be comfortable doing and you can find a comfortable pocket in it, do it.
Dope.
And then I was just like, all right, fuck it. I might as well just start it. And then that shit just because, and someone told me it'll help boost music as well and how it could. And then I was just like, fuck it, I'll just press the gas on it.
So have you found that sort of worked a little hand in hand?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Because you'd be in a couple of rooms there with people that say, like, if someone was just looking, all right, well, nah, rap's just my lane, I'm just going to do that.
Yeah.
You'd be in rooms where it's like people that they fucking love rap, but rap's not their lane. So they're almost looking to people for
Exactly.
that. Yeah, hectic.
And I think I even got a few modeling jobs off the strength of the fact that I make music. So they were very like, you know what I mean? They just as you were saying, like they would be able to relate to me on another level. Like I could be in a room with a designer, and then next thing you know, he or she will turn into I used to rap, or I played the guitar. Hold on, sit there, watch this. You know what I mean?
And next thing you know, like they're playing, you're like, fuck, actually, it's not bad. Because sometimes creatives, like once they're creative, like they're creative. Do you know what I mean? And just because their lane never ended up like, fuck, I don't know, guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't mean that they're not, they haven't got that in them.
Exactly,
you know
100%.
And that's sick, man. And I think that that's definitely something that sometimes people get a bit caught in. And this is actually going to be something in a couple of questions, but this is probably more relatable now because it's funny how you just said, that, being from the hood, you're like, nah, fuck that. It's not really my comfort zone. I'll sort of stick out of it. I remember one of our conversations that we had, and we're sort of chopping it up, and you were talking about how, when you came here, one of the refreshing things of, people had an expectation of, your sound being from NY.
Yep.
And you're not really a traditional sort of NY sort of guy, right? So, you're being from the hood, you don't really want to fuck with the modeling stuff initially, but then maybe finding a bit of a, I don't know, knowledge of self and starting to understand that, you can probably maneuver a little bit in these different lanes.
Yeah.
What sort of made you, I don't know, like alter, or I don't know, if I can like develop into yourself and find a strong footing of being a bit different, you know, to traditional NY sort of stuff?
Well, funny that you asked that. Like, when it comes to everything I do in life, I've always like been the kind of individual to say, fuck that, I want to do my own thing. I want to create my own legacy.
Yep.
If I feel like someone has done it before, and while doing it, I feel like someone has done it before, then it's most likely
you.
not for me.
Yeah.
I was always into just like creating and, you know what I'm saying, starting something, not even as an ego thing, just as a, you know what I mean? A
It's
comfort
almost a
thing.
comfortability
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
If you feel like you're like sheeping it,
Exactly.
you don't want to sort of, it's not that you don't want to like chill with the people doing some stuff, but
Yeah.
like you don't want to attach yourself to like strong to that. Otherwise
Yeah,
you can't
exactly.
be yourself.
Yeah, I don't want to bracket myself. So yeah, I never really. So there was a lot of waves running around. When I say waves, just like different
Styles or
different
whatever.
styles
Yeah,
running
yeah,
around,
yeah.
different pockets running around Brooklyn as I was growing up, and I would listen to them, but I just couldn't see myself making music to fit in any of those pockets, and that was a blessing and a curse for me.
Yep.
Because in New York, yeah, they'll appreciate that you're different, but they would like you to fit into this pocket, but still be different.
Yeah,
you know what I
straight
mean?
up. Yeah, 100%.
Like fit into drill, like that New York drill, but still be a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's funny how I think there is a degree of politics to it. Oh, yeah. No, be yourself. But can you sort of
Do that stuff?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
exactly. Actually, it's funny because you would almost appreciate this as well, Bianca. It's like, you know, with your art and stuff, you could, and it's almost like, oh, yeah, fuck, we love your style. But can you sort of just like have a look at this, see what this artist did over here, and you'll be like, do you fucking want me or fucking get that cunt?
Exactly.
That happens all the time. It's so annoying. It's like, oh, we love your style, we love what you do. Actually, can we get you to emulate this of some international shit that happened? It's like, bro, like they hired that artist to do that. You go hire that fucking artist.
Yeah, she's spicy.
100%.
Spicy.
You know. Yeah. But how much are you willing to pay me to emulate that? Because then I may consider it. You know, like, yeah, sick, man. And it's good. It's good to see, I suppose, that uniqueness. You know what I mean? Show itself. But you know, when you came here, well, actually, that'll sort of go to the next part. When did you come here? Oh, wait, did you come here with B or? That's right. 'Cause you went to.
Yeah, we met in 2018.
Yeah.
And then I came over, just as she was saying, a little bit more detail, but I came over in 2019, late February or early March or something like that. March, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's probably close to the time we would have first met.
Yeah, because it's pretty.
Yeah,
it would have been pretty early.
At that installation in the city.
What installation? Do you remember? I don't remember.
I think it was at Platy.
Oh yeah, it was the what was that installation? It was that opening of the George Street thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, facts.
Fucking A.
Yeah, I'll be remembering.
Actually, no. No, you're right, because I would have seen Bianca would have been like, yeah, catching up, and then
that's
right.
how
I
we
would've
made
met
that.
you. Yeah, 100%. It's just that I fucking meet so many people so casually. I don't know which one was
From
the
where?
first, and then I'll catch you like fucking saw you at George Street again like later, or you know I'll catch you at like fucking a two up or do you know what I mean?
In the middle of Castle Hill or some shit.
Yeah,
Facts.
or in Layla Park. No, nobody's trying to shout to Layla Park though. Yeah, sick, man. It's good though that you got that uniqueness, because I think that simultaneously that sort of, you know, works here. The funny thing is though, it would have sort of come from something. Did you have any influences though, like from the States growing up? Like, even if it was people that were, I don't know, would have been like to help you promote your individuality sort of thing?
Well, like I could say, when I write music, I feel like what comes out is just an inspiration. It's just a collective of inspirations. You know what I mean? Just like when it comes to, I'd say, I really used to like listening to like certain songs from like Coldplay growing up.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I used to like listening to, but then again, I grew up listening to, because my dad was playing reggae music and dancehall music because he's Jamaican. So he wasn't playing hip hop and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's playing
100%.
straight reggae. So like that kind of stuff, songs out of there, like, you know what I mean, Barrington Levy, and you know what I'm saying, and Barris Hammond and different people. You know what I mean? So I feel like all of that plays a role now in all the music that I do.
Yep.
Cause like little melodies that I'll probably combine like a Coldplay melody with a fucking Gregory Isaacs melody or some shit, and wouldn't even know it in my head, just subconsciously.
Yeah, it's just like ingrained in the back there.
Yeah, just on some, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I feel like that's what kind of inspires me now, because I try to make sure that my stuff doesn't sound like other people. Especially if they start comparing it to it, then it's just like,
yeah, exactly right. I mean, I haven't turned around and be like, hey, fucking, yeah, Dante, you know, you sound like old mate.
Yeah. and I don't blame anyone for doing it, but I try to thin it out as much as I can, you know what I'm saying?
100%. Now, this is sort of still same topic, but one thing that's dope to see for you is, especially like coming from NY and talking back onto that, I want to sort of maybe say like a stereotypically masculine and really masculine I don't know, genre. Do you know what I mean? You're not really fully about the staunch, you know what I mean? There's almost like I don't want to say femininity, but like you're not afraid to be gentleness. Well, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's not just like he's a gentleman.
Yeah, I'm a gentleman. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a gentleman, but a gangster. I don't know who said that, but that's it right there. I'm a gentleman, but a gangster. I can't lie.
Well, but I mean that's the perfect balance, right?
Yeah.
But I think that a lot of people sort of don't have that balance. And do is that something that you sometimes consciously be like, yo, like, because like to be honest as well, like I'm similar in the way that like I'm not trying to always fucking be a staunch cunt either. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not afraid to embrace that softer side, but you know sometimes I'll actually step out of myself to be like, yo, no, you know what? I'm gonna flex this for a second because I feel like that's gonna help like the next dude almost do the same. Or are you just sort of going with the flow with it? Because I mean, like for example, like you do a lot of the fucking modeling shit, stuff like that, and like you know. You're happy to blend it all, and
see what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean? Like, do you consciously sort of, or you're just like, nah, this is just me, and do it sort of subconsciously?
I was just really when I first started modeling, I was just doing me, kind of thing, and then I was starting to realize that around like Soho area in New York, a couple of the like younger dudes that would come into the scene a little bit later would get inspired by certain things that people did before them, kind of thing. And I just knew certain people were probably watching me for an example, kind of thing. And it's just like some people would know me from Brooklyn, but then they get inspired to come model now in the city and shit because they like, yo, fuck, he doing it probably. I could do it too. Yeah, like he from my block or some shit. Like he could do it. I could do it too, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And like even if I seen that, like I was always that type of person to just like, you know what I mean, give them castings. Like when people trying to hide castings and shit, I always look out for people. You feel me?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like it's like share the opportunities and shit like that as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was never hold it all to shit. Not put niggas on. I mean,
that's dope though, because I feel as though that's a massive opportunity, but simultaneously I think as a whole the scene here almost has, you reckon, like a bit of an opportunity to open up.
Yeah.
The scene here's a bit like that, not hating, but love is love. Everyone spread it.
That's a fact.
All right. So Bianca was my boss. Did you know that?
Oh, I did. I do. You guys work together, but I didn't know she was the boss.
She was. From a ranking standpoint, Bianca was actually technically my boss.
Yeah.
I mean, like just saying, but but how has it been as well? Because you guys actually work on a lot of shit together too.
Yeah, 100%.
So how's that been as well? Like moving here and sort of having your I don't know, as a couple have a bit of a stronghold in like creative stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it's more like it's just more comfortable being here. You know what I'm saying? Just because like when at times when we were away from each other, like she'll be here and I'd be back home. Like we wouldn't be able to do all just like regular couple stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like just go grab some food or make each other breakfast or something like that. Little things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I'm just like grateful of like every second of that. You know what I'm saying?
How's it been? How's it been with the fluke with the COVID? that was good. Because when you supposed to go, you were supposed to go back though, right?
Of course not. COVID or no COVID, I'm not gonna lie. I was staying here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just cause, you know what I mean. You gotta live life. You know what I'm saying?
And you got.
Kind of said like if it like see how this year because he got a year working holiday visa.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, let's see how this year goes. Like if you make any progress, because like me myself, I'm like kind of set here and I've got my work and whatnot.
Yeah.
To New York would be a bit of a setback until I've gotten to a certain stage where I'm big enough to take
You
that
have
on.
to sort of like level up over
Yeah,
there. Start
exactly.
Not start again, but like create
Yeah,
new.
100%. Because you need to be the biggest and the best to succeed over there.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was like, look, you can come here and try it out. It's like big fish, small pond kind of thing. And it'll be easier to like connect and build up stuff. And hopefully if it goes well, then you can stay longer.
So,
but
yeah,
we'll take it as
100%.
it comes type thing. And then, yeah,
Yeah, sick.
worked out good.
It sort of worked out as well. I mean, like two things stylistically. It's here because it's not established yet. There's actually more room for you to flex, you know, your musical diversity.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. Simultaneously, what Bianca said was that big fish, small pond, which is crazy because has that spun you out? How like the lack of like the density of population here?
Yeah.
Because it's really, you know what I mean? Like it's spread out. Like when I'm in the States, I hit the States and it's like there's so many fucking random people walking in like random streets in random areas. You'd be like,
you'll see at least 100 people a day that you've never seen before. At least in the States.
But here it's just like fuck. You see like the same fucking people like anywhere.
Yeah.
Like anywhere, like the city, like shit's just not that far from.
Yeah.
You know each other. So has that spun you out and has that made it a bit easier, I suppose, for you to like network and you know like find a little bit more of a firmer footing quicker?
Yeah, 100%. As it would, it's more concentrated here. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? I was lucky to also like, you know what I'm saying, not only have the love of my life here, you know what I'm saying? Also have
cute.
like
Cute. That's cute.
Also have like great friends and
Yeah.
stuff as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know, man, like I'm just grateful, like, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up. What about like this is I suppose a bit of a crazy question speaking about the Australian population. Like I'm no fucking secret guy about it, but it's a bit of a racist ass country. I'm not gonna lie. When you get to like certain areas, well, everywhere. But how have you? I mean, it's obviously culturally a little more diverse in pockets. Do you know what I mean? So like, you know, West Sydney's obviously dope. You know, I grew up Southwest and all that. But like, have you experienced anything crazy while you're here, or anything standing out, or stuff that you sort of, I don't want to say used to, but stuff that you would have seen back home?
I'm be honest, like I don't know if it's because I'm tall, so like people don't really, yeah, like because I be thinking that like because I hear a lot of people like will come back to the States and be like, oh yo, I went to Australia, it was racist as fuck over there, and I'm just like, I'll be honest, like I mean like I can understand where they're coming from, you know what I'm saying? But like from my point of view, I haven't experienced anything personally.
Yeah. It's funny because I tell you, like, I remember I was over in LA with Ello and Nicole. It's funny because we're going to Fairfax, and I actually said to him, I was like, "Oh, we could bump into anyone, so just be mindful, like you know what I mean, like you want to like have your wits about you, just need in case you need to talk to someone because people are like around there."
That's a fact.
So we pulled up to the old Future store, and fucking Tyler's just sitting there in front of the fucking whatever the album was, where he had the blue cap. He's fucking sitting there looking exactly the same with the fucking blue cap, and Nicole's like, "Oh, hey, can I introduce myself?" And you know him, he's like really blunt, and he's like, "Yeah, cool." And then he's just sort of like, "Where you from?" And then she's like, "Oh, I'm from Australia." And he's like, "Man, fuck Australia, racist ass fucking country." And just starts going on this like fucking tirade, bro, like about how fucking racist Australia is.
Oh shit, he
I watched a recent interview with him and he said one of the favourite places in the world is Queensland. The Gold Coast.
Bro,
So,
Pauline Hans, please explain.
Yeah, only way to find out is to ask that man. You know. What I'm saying? 'Cause we
Try.
don't know what
No,
we don't know what is in his head.
But I think that at one stage he had a bit of a fuck up with the show or some shit. I
Oh,
think
okay.
that was the
Then,
issue.
yeah. That
So
could
coming up next on Godzilla podcast, Tyler the man, you know what one thing was crazy? You toured with Peking Duck.
Stickyfingaz.
Stickyfingaz, was it?
Yeah, Stickyfingaz.
Oh shit, it was Sticky. I just remember it was a big. Actually, Peking Duck would have come afterwards. Then, not you.
Yeah.
I remember seeing another homie do it. But Stickyfingaz. But it was a fucking massive tour.
Yeah.
How the fuck did that hook up?
Well, realistically, like I met Patty, like possibly like a year before I met Bianca, so around like 2017.
Yeah.
Just randomly in New York.
Oh,
Just-
really?
Yeah, just randomly.
At a
in-
show or
Nah, just like at a bar in New York, and just randomly started talking to him. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Word. I'm not even gonna lie. I had some yay on me. Word. I was gonna. My
Yeah,
man's
okay,
my
here we
man's
go.
was like, yo. My man's tabbed me like, yo. Trust me, they gonna want it. And I looked at them. I'm like, nah. I was like, nah. I was like, I know they would, but I'm like, something about them. I'm like, just nah. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm be honest, we chopped it up. We was talking. Know what I'm saying, word, never served them no yay.
Really?
But, yeah. But like,
Less.
yeah, we were just having some drinks and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we just kept in contact after he left New York for that year. You know what I'm saying? Till he came back again in 2019, I think in January.
Yeah.
And then we linked up again. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, the whole time, I just knew them as
The homies.
as my homies in a band. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that shit just evolved into, like, I went to this show and there's like a fucking long ass line around the corner from Irving Plaza.
Did that spin you out?
Yeah, because I didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying? So I pulled up and I'm standing in the line at first and I'm like, fuck, this line is actually so long.
Yeah.
I just went to the front and I'm like, I gave them my name and they're like, yo, they called the security guard down. Security guard came. He's like, yo, come upstairs with me. And he starts escorting me upstairs to the green room. And I just go in there. And, like, I'm like, yo, the first thing I asked, I'm like, yo, you motherfuckers famous or some shit? And they just like, and they just they all start laughing. And that's all I needed to hear. You know what I mean? And then, word, like.
What a trip.
Yeah.
It's funny as well, it's spun because it's like it's the other way, it's just, people aren't fucking really well versed from, not. It's the same way like I wouldn't know some shit from Russia, for example. Do you know what I
that's
mean?
a
Like
fact.
so you just wouldn't have any idea, especially if you're just kicking it with them on like a real fucking like low
Yeah, you
key
really
sort of
just
level.
is like, yo, this is just my man's.
Yeah. You famous. So then you got to watch a show, and then how did the whole relationship with the music then sort of develop?
Well,
Because you
after
could be homies, but like
yeah.
you wouldn't necessarily fuck with one another's music.
Yeah,
so,
100%.
you know what I mean?
100%. After that, Patty started managing me and just helping me around in the scene and whatnot.
Oh, true.
Yeah, just helping me get,
here,
Mhm.
dope.
Started getting me booked for shows when I was out here. You know what I'm saying? Playing while he was managing all his shit, he's like a fucking wizard, bro. while he's managing all his shit, he's still making sure that I was getting booked for shows and stuff.
Yo,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
crazy.
Yeah, just a real dude. You know what I mean? Real dude. You know what I'm saying?
100%. And then so then from there, it just sort of gradually, and then they were like, all right, look, fuck it, like just run with us.
Yeah,
For
that's
tour.
a fact. That's a fact. He lined it up. He told me months prior to it like that he had it in mind. And then next thing you know, I get a call probably like 2 months before, like 3 months before. Like, yeah, we're doing this. Let's do it. Get ready for it.
What's it? Did you hit every major city?
We hit every major city, I believe, in Australia. So we did Perth at the I think it was the RAC Arena, Brisbane, Melbourne,
Adelaide.
Sydney.
What? When you were there as well, right? You rolled as well.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
crazy. And was that your first, like?
That was my first tour. That was
I
my
was gonna
first
say,
tour.
like, seeing
and
other cities and shit.
yeah, like that was my first tour, my first time in all of the cities except for Byron. Yeah, for Splendor. Oh yeah. So yeah.
Splendid Grass.
Yeah.
That's a dope one too. Yeah, that's crazy. So, man, you had an opportunity through music to do. Like, bro, other people would have to come here and pay for all that shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking rolled around. So, out of everywhere, what was your favorite spot?
I gotta say between damn.
Don't do one of those things where you fucking be like, oh no, I like all the cities.
Nah, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Number one would have to probably be Perth.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is that? Out of curiosity.
Just because they turned the fuck up, like.
Because they don't get.
Yeah.
Those poor bastards don't get shit. Like, I have to say, Perth. I love Perth, but man, like they got to turn up because like they got to try and prove to people like people have to come back here.
Yeah, nah, but they fucking do it because they come there. You can see it in their eyes. They come there ready to fucking turn up, like ready to turn up, like you know what I mean, like. So, Perth, probably Perth, Sydney, Brisbane.
So you don't like Melbourne? Fuck Melbourne.
Melbourne was amazing. Be honest,
joking.
all of them were all of them are my top 5 shows I ever played in life. So, like,
well, that would be true. Because you're like fucking right there, bang on with the fucking like. But you know what? I think it sort of lends to like Stickyfingaz crowd though. Do you know what I mean? Like you know when you go, when you tour sometimes with those acts where they're just so invested in the act. And they're so excited to be there that basically anybody that comes on, they're like fucking ready. Yeah, they're like, fuck, we don't care. Like, if Stickyfingaz said he's good to be here, then we fucking, then we want to see it. You know what I mean?
The love, facts.
Did you sell merch?
100%.
Hell yeah. Got to make sure that the homies are selling merch at this shit.
Yes, and
did you?
she designed the merch.
Man.
It was very in-house.
Oh, wait, what? What app is that?
Yeah, but she's an artist. Don't.
Bro, I can draw shit. All right. Maybe not as good as that. I got a different style. Lee Monroe merch comes soon. Actually, I think you sent me a picture of it.
Did I?
Was it at work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I did.
I forget if it was flattering or not. I think it was.
Usually, yeah, I'm not trying to be an asshole, draw people, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know.
No, well, there are people like that, absolutely, but not me. So, other than that, you've managed to get into some like raps like circles here as well. How have you found it, like linking with the scene here, and who were some of the first people you started to meet in that, like, I want to say hip hop scene here? Do you know what I mean?
First people I met in the hip hop scene. First person I met in the hip hop scene was Smurf.
Of course, it was Smurf.
First person I ever met was Smurf.
Fuck yeah, where was that at?
That was at Hibernian House, between him and Patty, they booked a gig for me at Hibernian House. Has my first performance out here, kind of vibe.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And fuck, if that's going to be the first person, then you've basically met a lot of people
Yeah.
off the bat with
Yeah.
Mr. Larry.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
What was the deal there? Like, just so met him through Hibernian House, did a gig there, and then you stay connected. Did he link you up with any other notable people?
Oh, no, I was back and forth from here in Australia at that time still. So that would have been like last year.
Yeah, right. Crazy.
Yeah, and then actually you were one of the first people I met as well. You know what I'm saying?
Then you met a whole other half.
Yeah.
Fuck, by default, then you meet a whole bunch of people after that.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
know
a
what I mean?
fact. That's a fact.
100%.
First producer I worked with was PG13.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
Paris Grant from The 100.
What the fuck? Man, it's like you just fucking came in here, the carpet drolled out. It's like,
That's a fact. Nah.
that doesn't happen for everybody. Fucking stars absolutely aligning. What the fuck?
Yeah, 100%.
How about you know how you started modeling shit over there?
Yeah.
When you came here, and because you know obviously the hip hop stuff sort of lined itself up and all that, so that's all G's. But how did you start lining up the modeling stuff here?
At first, it was like, I mean, like the first modeling stuff I was doing out here was like a lot of stuff with me and Bianca.
What, true as a couple?
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Like tons of couple shoots. She was lining them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just giving out pure gold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Word.
Because it's genuine. That's why.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. And so then after that, it just sort of went from. Are you with the agency?
Currently, I am.
Yeah, dope. Hectic.
I got signed like 3 months ago.
Hectic.
And that's been going very well since then.
Very well.
Yeah.
And that's why you didn't turn up to the last one, because he got booked. So they're doing a job. And shout out to whatever fucking agency that is. That's mad. If, you know, if you need a middle-aged fucking hip hop black guy with tattoos, holla. No, but yeah, that's sick. Dope, man. So also, I wanted to ask because over there, since you've been here, a lot of shit's been going on.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? And, you know, obviously fucking with the police shit, or the race stuff, politics, you know, does that affect you? And how are you with fam over there? Like, what sort of like interactions, you know, are you having? Like, and, you know, you're staying in touch and like, I don't want to say it's a bit of a fucking broad question, what's your thoughts on it, but I suppose that like, how has that affected you, you know, being here and knowing that, you know, all your friends and fam back home are going through it?
I'll be honest, like it's hard not to like pay attention, you know what I'm saying? And definitely feel like a lot needs to change in the States right now, from my point of view, but honestly, a lot of my family and friends were just kind of just elevating. So I've been feeling really good throughout this entire process. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
true. So like people have been, I don't want to say similar sitch, but in terms of like, you know, being opportunistic, I suppose, about that the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because people have all handled it differently as well. Do you know what I mean? Like some people have been really bummed about it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas other people, and actually, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you noticed people that are creative haven't struggled? I don't want to say haven't struggled, but like have been more adaptive during this downtime?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you feel that, Bianca? Yeah. Like, I feel like when you turn around to like a creative person and you say like, oh fuck, how's it been on you? They'll be like, fuck, well, to be honest, I'm fucking I'm scraping money together as it is. So like, I just have to continue to do that. You know what I mean?
To a 9 to 5, so it's not an adjustment lifestyle wise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it was mainly an adjustment for people who work a 9 to 5 with other people all the time in the same place on a schedule.
That's it, man. I fucking found some people going crazy that were locked into those 9 to 5s. Like, fuck, what do I do now? You know what I mean? Whereas, like, people that have been, like, sort of making, like, a little bit of income here, a little bit of income there, they might just, like, fucking chop that and then add that and then fucking tweak this. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So you're saying, like, fam and friends over there were sort of similar?
Just in my own personal experience, but I do know that a lot of people were going through it, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like the vibe and the energy in the States from what I am hearing from family and friends has been kind of like stirred up right now. So it's very weird out there right now. You know what I mean? Very, very, very spooky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. I talked to fucking friends over there and they talk about it brings out the best of some people, but it also brings out the worst of others.
Yeah.
So, you know, your everyday living has to alter a little bit, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Well, at least you're here doing your thing, so that's all G. Going back to the age of the scene here, right? So when you first got here, you started fucking with Australian hip-hop from a sonic standpoint, like really listening to it. Actually, did you hear anything when you were over there? And did you hear, you didn't hear anything from Australia?
No, I didn't hear anything from Australia before. Oh, no, he's talking about rap scene, hip hop scene.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I didn't hear anything from Australia when I was prior to coming here.
Yeah.
And then when I got here at first, like the accent sounded different to me.
Yep.
And like I feel like I found a couple artists that, like, I heard a couple songs that were really good to me, and then it made me it helped me understand everything else. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Because some people will say to me, like, because even here, and this is probably a mentality from more like a couple of years ago, but even here, you'd get people be like, nah, I don't really, like, people from here would say, like, I don't really fuck with Oz
rap.
rap.
A lot of people were telling me that.
Because they're like, they'll turn around and say, because, you know, or whatever reason, I'll be like, hang on a minute, what fucking Oz rap have you heard? And they'll name two people, and I'll be like, it's like any fucking genre of music. If you're listening to two people and you're trying to help that dictate your entire fucking view of a genre, of course you're going to be letting yourself down. You need to listen to multiple artists and expand your listening so that you can find the people that you actually fuck with.
Exactly.
And that comes for anything. Like, even if, like, one person may play a guitar one way, but you're like, nah, whatever. But then another person will play a guitar, you'll be like, holy shit, that just changed my whole perspective.
Yeah, 100%.
I was saying before. So who were some artists that sort of maybe altered your perspective of rap here and helped you? Because you got to adapt your ear a bit.
At first, I could say my boy Nelson showed me this. It's a Husky song. Yep. And I was fucking with that shit. I'm like, oh yeah, this shit is hard. Know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I'm trying to think, who else did I hear at first?
Have you heard?
I think it was more. I started meeting people in the scene as well. You know what I'm saying? I met you.
Yeah.
I met Hammy, you know what I mean?
Hammy,
and,
fuck yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And Tall Boy, all different kinds of people. And I just, like, got in tune with local shit, and I was fucking with it. And then it started expanding it to other names like Shadow and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Beyond and all, you know what I mean? Different people.
Hectic.
You know
and have you and how have you found it now, like, in terms of, like, listening? It's not as, I don't want to say grading, because that, you know, like, that sort of, like, disservices the sound, you know what I mean? But, like, you know, is it more, like, palatable? And, like, how are you with the slang? Can you hear everything?
Oh, with the slang?
Our slang.
Oh, nah. I think I understand it. I think I understand it. I'm in tune. I can't lie. I'm in tune to most of the slang here.
Yeah. That's good. So I gotta hear a few words now, just to fucking, like, find its way into your shit. Yeah.
A couple words.
Yeah.
Like
You got
the shuntas.
The shuntas.
Yeah, the shuntas.
Well,
The shunts. You know what I mean?
What else? Anything else? You got to put it in your track. We have to cumulatively come up with a word, all right, between all of us that we got to fucking try and slide into one of your shit.
The Adelaide, the
Eshe.
You know what I'm saying?
That's got to be in your new shit, all right?
In
your
the next
shit.
song. Oh, okay,
you have to like
okay.
try and fucking slide one in there.
I'm with it.
For the boys.
For the boys.
For the
That's
boys
another one. Facts.
and the girls, but for the boys. All right?
That's a fact.
Have you been to Bankstown?
I don't think so.
I'll take you to Bankstown. It's all G's. That's where you meet the boys. They're from the area. Bankstown is the actual the area. Did you know?
It's the area. I thought out here was. I thought the west.
Nah,
was the
this
area.
is like a part of the area, but the actual the area is like Bankstown. That's the area. Bankstown, Belmont.
word?
Like that. Yeah. There you go. You learn something new every day.
Learn something new every day.
All right. Artists that I just want to ask this a bit of a random one. Artists that you're actually like a fan of, any music genre, like who are some like top like 2 or 3 that you can always fucking go and listen to?
That I could always go and listen to. I don't know. Like right now, currently, I'd probably say like I'm fucking with like Tame Impala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too much, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Loaded question.
It's a lot. Nah. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't even listen to music that much right now.
Too
It
busy
sounds
making
crazy.
shit. No.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
Yeah, but we're always like making music or in like a meeting or some shit. So it's like, I don't know, like I don't even get to listen to music that much.
Yeah,
but
because
yeah,
music is like in the creation sort of process.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, fucking oath. And then this is gonna sound like a fucking really random one, but this is just me personally, just because like the last couple of weeks I've been inundated with dope shoe drops.
Yeah,
Right, I was literally
like
just
Jay's.
thinking about one. Yes and no. I'll show you some shoes after this. I don't want to say it like really too publicly.
Yeah.
Not that everyone would be able to wear those shoes, but I just saw some really. Just trying to keep it to myself, increase my percentage chances. If I get these shoes, I will wear them on the next episode. All right. Hey, listen. But what's your favorite shoe? What's your go-to shoe? I mean, you're wearing some Pumas right now with the vintage tongue. But like, do you have a go-to shoe?
A go-to shoe?
Like mine's the Air Max 90. You fuck with the Air Max 90? That's it. You know that.
Yeah, nah, I fuck with the Air Max 90. But go-to, like if I had to always go to it, probably some Ricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's the go-to every time. Okay, you playing it. That's your safe bet. 100%.
Yeah.
Hectic. Plans. What's your focus? You know, you're doing an EP, singles for the next year. Like, what's your plans for music and stuff like that? And when could people find it?
So plans for music next year.
Or this year. Fuck. Like, I feel like everyone's just writing 2020 off. Like,
Yeah,
fuck this year.
Nah. I mean, a lot coming before this. Before the year's out. A lot of features coming out. Yeah, like next year, possibly dropping something. I'm not gonna say what it is as yet. But
okay, so you know it, but you know. You're not saying shit.
Yeah,
right,
I'm not gonna say what it is as yet. But yeah, we gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go crazy, and yeah.
I call dibs being on the door, wherever it is. I don't know what it is. Fuck. Okay, go ahead. Hectic. All right, sick. Eski, are there questions?
Yes, hold on.
Oh, holding on. Oh, for your mic?
Is Seba out there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where is Seba?
Seba's here in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's there. He's definitely there. There he is. Yeah. No, he's. You dog.
Yeah, dumb dog.
You fuck. I know, like he's sort of just sitting there, like fucking, like half blazed, like going, like.
We wake each other up in the morning. I'll FaceTime and it's just like, oh, you dumb dog. And I'm like,
I'm gonna bring it up in the podcast.
Yeah, okay.
You dog cat. You dog fucking dog. I don't know any fucking bad fucking Aussie words. Yeah. She's fucking done us dirty, bro.
Yeah, I know him.
There you
I ain't
go.
gonna lie.
Fucking Dante's holding back on his fucking Australian slang. Let's say that much. Yeah. He's trying to get PG on a fucking on fucking Godzilla podcast. Fuck me, dude. Fucking get grilled. That's right. They just leave it up to me, so he can turn around and be like, "Yo, it wasn't me. It was the host of the podcast. He was the one with the potty mouth." Yeah, I feel fucking. He's gay. All right, what's the questions? Have we got?
Yeah, we got some questions. I think because Danté Knows has been like in many different scenes and different subcultures already, and you've highlighted that, Lee.
Yeah.
Danté, how did the Racket collab come about, and how was that?
The Racket collab. I met Racket at Beck. Sorry, I met Beckett at the Lansdowne. I had a performance with Will and the People, and Beck came up to me showing love, and then said she was bumping. She put me in her playlist and all that. You know what I'm saying? And just showing love on the music tip. And then we just probably like a few months after that we ended up working on a single together and like throwing that out there.
That's dope.
Yeah.
But my question is like, how do you get so involved in so many different scenes?
And not lose your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
I feel like what it is, like, honestly, like the hustle that I had back home, like, if I feel like I'm just trying to reflect that, you know what I mean, over here, so I don't kind of lose any kind of momentum or go crazy, because, like, not doing anything makes me go crazy, so I feel like this is kind of like medication, you know what I'm saying?
100%. Speaking of hustle, next question.
Uh-huh.
Where can we buy your merch?
Where can you buy my merch? I am going to have a nice little link set up for that by tomorrow, actually. Have a few shirts left that the lovely Bianca Beers designed and zhuzhed them up, you know what I'm saying?
I have been on his back to create a website. I'm like, bro, I'll do the website. Just let's make a website, and keep saying no. I'm just like,
Yeah, nah, just
my merch there, have links to all your
Yeah.
different social platforms. Like, it's just smart.
yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. There is a fucking, there is a space for that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
100%.
All right, cool. We'll just fucking leave that one. Coming soon. We don't know when, but yeah, that's it. Is that it?
There's more.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I guess Lee, you sort of touched on this already, but question from Camilla Rose: what made you get into what you do, and who was it you looked up to as a kid?
So I feel like one of my biggest inspirations was just I think when I moved to Florida, I kind of I started it was just like a better kind of life than living in New York, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? It was more suburban and all that, you know what I mean? And then I was also going to Guyana, so I was seeing the worst, because like I had cousins and stuff that was, you know what I mean, like just in a way worse situation than we are in now, you know what I mean? And then I wasn't at that time as well, so you know what I'm saying, that inspired me to just like have that drive to go hard, and you know what I'm saying, I don't know, I feel like a part of me just wants to take care of everybody kind of vibe, you know what I mean?
100%. And then the last question here is, where can we see some of your modeling shots?
All over, man, all over. Few things out, just if you're looking for it, you're gonna find it. I don't know, I feel like that's the easiest way to put it.
Yeah, look up. Look up.
Man, if you're looking for it, you'll find something somewhere.
100%. Can't tell. All right, man. That's it. That's a wrap.
Yeah.
I appreciate
100%.
you. Thank you very much for coming through, bro.
My
I
brother.
appreciate it. All right. I'm sure we'll do it again at
That's a
some
fact.
stage. So make sure you check him out. He doesn't have a fucking website. I'm sure you check out his Instagram.
Check out the Instagrams. Check out the Spotifys.
Look up at the billboards. He's he's a mad dog cat. No jokes. He's a mad dog. Shout out to Bianca as well for rocking up and doing some, some side commentary.
That's a
as well.
fact.
Yeah, 100%.
Shout out Bodega Collective.
Bodega Collective, yo.
Yeah.
Massive shout outs.
Bodega Collective.
Any more shout outs?
Biggest shout out to Bianca Biz. And then another big fucking shout out to my mom Dukes.
True.
I love my mom Dukes. I ain't gonna hold you.
Bro, I'm about it. All right, cool. Peace and love. Hey, dope as fuck to be sober. Thanks to Ricky, Eski, Jeff, the crew, and we out. Yeah.